Awesome. Well, welcome to episode 18. Episode 18 of the Indiana On Tap podcast. I'm Sarah, and I'm here with Dan Johnston from the Indy Beer Bash, happening August what?
13th.
August 13th. Awesome. Coming up real soon.
Yes.
So Dan, what we usually do when we start out with this podcast, sponsored by Bottoms Up, obviously. So I'm going to get a beer. We are having the Apricot IPA from Noble Order. This is the first tap, so it's probably going to be just a little foamy, but I'll break it in for you. Your pour will be good.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Ooh. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I actually have a outdoor kitchen in my backyard that has a kegerator.
Oh, you might need to look into getting one of these.
I know, I was just thinking that.
You know what? They have recliners that have the bottoms up system like in the arm of the
Really?
chair. Yeah. It's intense.
Is it weatherproof though?
I don't know. I'll have to ask Josh about that.
That's good. That's real good.
Good job, Noble Order. That's the Tobias. Good. Okay. Anyway, so what we do is we talk about what's your favorite beer that you had to drink this last week?
Well, I gotta be honest. I'm pretty partial to WeMac.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
Yeah. Like I said, I have an outdoor kitchen, and I actually bought a cake for it.
Oh, yeah?
Last year, yeah.
A full cake?
Uh-huh.
Nice. That's commitment right there.
It's an expensive commitment. Yeah.
Well, I would have to say my favorite was probably it's Raspberry Jam by Tallgrass, and it's a Berliner Weiss, and it tastes just like you're drinking raspberry like jelly. It was amazing.
You can taste it, huh?
Yeah, it was so good. So good.
Awesome.
So, okay, well, let's talk a little bit about your event. So you're with the Indy Beer Bash on August 13th, and is it you and your brother that are kind of putting this together?
That's correct.
Awesome. Okay, how did you guys come up with the concept for this event?
I've been to a few brew fests before.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually worked a few of them as well. And I got to meet the owner of Indy Brew Fest a few weeks ago when he was in town, and I just started talking to him about.
Isn't his name Dan too?
It is.
It is. That's what I thought.
You know, awesome. Good job.
Yeah.
And I just started talking to him about it a little bit, and seeing how it worked, and I was like, man, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't go wrong with entertainment and beer. Good people, fun. So I was talking to him about it, and he was telling me actually that, he's thinking about slowing down a little bit because he's going to get married and have a baby and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So he was talking about that. And then...
good reason to slow down, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So growing up, I threw parties at my house all the time. And we always had kegs and, people from high school over. So I called my brother up and just like, man, listen to this concept. Look at this. This is awesome. All these breweries are involved, and... So we just went from there and started getting it going and just went at it 100%.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's been a fun ride so far.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun business to be in for sure. I mean, it does take a lot of hard work, but the beer industry in Indianapolis and from what I've heard in all other states, they're just awesome people to work with and all really friendly and supportive of each other. So I'm excited to see what you guys can do, and it sounds like a great time. Now it's going to be downtown, right?
Yeah, on Georgia Street. We were different locations, and I just got on the internet and I was like, man, Georgia Street has all kinds of events. Everyone knows about it. It's become very popular with the Super Bowl, the dropping of the race car on New Year's Eve. So I just contacted them, and we found a Saturday that worked, and we've been going at it ever since.
Oh, great. Okay. And so what would you say makes this festival different than other festivals that you can go to throughout the summer? Because there's a lot of them, and everyone's different. What makes yours a little bit special?
Yeah, absolutely. There is. Indiana's been growing quite a bit in the last few years as far as brew fests go.
Mm-hmm.
So we came up with the concept Beer Bash. The reason being is because we're having over 70 beers here. We're making our cups 5-ounce cups as opposed to like 3.5, 4-ounce cups. We want people to be able to like taste the beer for a few minutes rather than it feels like you're just taking a shot when you get the smaller cups. And then when you're waiting in line, you're pretty much empty. By the time you get to your next refill. So we want to make the cups a little bit bigger. People get to enjoy the beer. We are hiring somewhat. I mean, it's not like a real popular act, but How to Go is a national act that's been going on throughout the nation. They've been doing it for a while. And we would just want people to pretty much come, party, have a good time. So anyways, a festival, it's you go, you drink the beer, whatever. But we actually want people to enjoy the music, hang out, enjoy all the beer, just basically be a big party. We're doing raffling. We're going to raffle off some Colts tickets. We're raffling off a big liquor basket. And there's a great big grand prize raffle that I can't tell you about just yet because it's kind of the day of.
Yeah.
And then being on Georgia Street, a lot of people do it in the parks and stuff like that. Whereas here, the event's open with at 5 o'clock. We want people to stay downtown, go to Howl at the Moon, go to Kilroy's or wherever, just stay downtown and just have a good day. So, yeah, we're just trying to make it a little bit different. It's not going to be, exclusively different, but we just think it's going to be, a fun day, a good event.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of craft beer festivals downtown, like on one of the main streets, like Georgia Street. So I think you'll get a good crowd for that. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm a little offended that you didn't ask us for a donation for a raffle prize. Have you heard about our Tasting Society Marketplace?
I have not.
Okay, so it is a craft beer membership program. And so when you join, you have a year from when you join to use certificates to breweries all over the state, and you get over $700 worth of certificates. So both of these certificates will get you a free flight or a free pint at all of these different brewery partners that we have.
Wow.
Yeah. And so also when you join, you get invites to like soft openings of breweries, like Books and Brews just opened, and our Tasting Society members had the opportunity to go before the doors even open to the public. Discounts on events, like other festivals and things like that, drawings for tickets. Yeah. So I'm gonna give
fun.
you one of those.
Absolutely. Yes.
Even though you didn't come to me and ask.
I didn't know about it, or I would have. Well, but I'll put that on the website for sure.
Yeah, we'd love to give you one of those to raffle off. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so you said the music. What's the band called again? Hello to Go.
How to Go.
How to Go.
So
okay,
basically, what they are is Howl at the Moon. You know how they have like a dual piano bar?
Yes, so much fun. Bachelorette party, crazy times.
It's fun, right?
It's really fun.
But the nation Howl to Go, and they, like I said, they tour all around, do events for festivals, weddings, whatever. So they have 2 piano bars that set up, but what makes them different from the actual restaurant / bar is that they have a full band with them. They have 2 guitar players. They have a drummer. So it just makes it sound more live, bigger,
Okay.
They have a huge PA system, so it's going to be going down the street. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to it.
So it sounds like a pretty interactive act, kind of like when you go to the piano bar and they want you to interact and like sing along and fill in certain parts. So that's always a lot of fun at festivals if you have a band that you can, like interact with.
So when you go to Howl at the Moon, they want donations, to play songs and stuff. But once you're inside the festival, you can make donations all you want. You don't have to give them any kind of money. Once you're inside, you don't really have to spend money on anything if you don't want to. Except for maybe some of the food trucks, which will be there as well.
Yeah. What kind of food trucks do you know?
Yes. So Johnson's Barbecue.
Okay.
They're up and coming. They started off a few years ago. They opened up a restaurant actually down in Bargersville, across the street from Taxman Brewing.
Nice.
So there'll be there a lady named Tammy who owns Neighborhood Pizza. So Neighborhood Food Trucks will be there. Let's see here. Tacos Without a Border will be there.
Okay.
And then a guy named Serendipity, who does like different kind of stuff, gourmet stuff, somewhat sandwiches. They'll be there. So we have a different variety.
That's good.
And we wanted to make sure everyone has a good time and everyone has a variety. So we're keeping the food trucks at a minimum a little bit, just because sometimes the food truck vendors, they don't get as much business as they should, because some people have 6 to 8, 10 food vendors there, so therefore you're cutting into their profits as well. So we cut it down to 4. We figured pizza, barbecue, sandwiches,
tacos.
How can you go wrong with beer and that?
You can't go wrong with beer and tacos, I'll tell you that right now. That sounds great. Yeah, and even for a consumer, having more food trucks than that just kind of gets a little overwhelming, like trying to figure out which one you want to go to. So, what are the ticket prices to get into the festival?
So it's $50 for VIP.
Okay.
$40 for general. VIP gets you in at 1 o'clock. You get to see, there's 2 bands there actually. So you get to see the first band, who's grew up in Indianapolis. They've been around for a long time. They opened up for Jimmy Reiser years ago, They're a lot of fun. They interact with the crowd quite a bit as well.
What are they called?
A Blindside band.
Okay.
Blindside. And then, but you get to have a lot shorter lines, and you get to get ahead of everyone else to try all these specialty beers that's going to be there.
Okay.
So we're doing a limited amount of VIP tickets because we want the VIP people who buy first to, spend that extra $10, which for $10 more for an extra hour of drinking, you can't go anywhere and do that.
Yeah.
Especially the kind of beer that we're having,
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And then $40 for general admission. That's from 2 o'clock until 5 o'clock. However, we're doing a promo right now until this Friday, half off all tickets. So
Okay.
it's kind of like an early bird special.
Wow, that's a pretty sweet deal.
Well, because the event's still what, 4 or 5 weeks out.
Yeah.
So we understand that people like to wait, see what the weather's going to be and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But for $25 for VIP for a whole week, you might as well jump on it while you can, right?
Yeah. No, even if the weather's bad, $25 to go and drink for 4 hours is not a bad price. Not at
No.
all. I wouldn't, especially with those glasses that you guys are going to have. It sounds pretty decent. So, and then what breweries are you going to have there? I know you're going to have Sun King, correct? What
Yep.
other breweries are you planning on having there? Or some of them, don't you know?
Oh yeah, Taxman's going to be there. We think, we know Tow Yard's going to be there. We have so many now. You got me thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. It's called Beer, B-I-E-R.
Yeah. That's a good one. They won 2 or 3 gold medals at the World Beer Cup. So that's a pretty prestige.
I haven't been there yet. So when I was talking to the
there.
guy on the phone, he was like, "Man, you need to come up and try some of our beer." And
Was it Jerry?
Yes.
Oh, I love him.
And
Hey, Jerry! Jerry's the coolest dude. Yeah. He was in our fashion show, actually, that we had. We had a craft beer fashion show back in end of April called Next Top Model. And he walked the runway. I didn't know, what all he had to bring to the table as far as walking the runway. I was impressed.
very nice.
He did a great job.
He's a fun guy, huh?
Yeah, he's fun.
We have a brewery from Columbus, Indiana that's coming. It's called Powerhouse Brewing.
Okay.
So we're excited about having them. And so, yeah, we have quite a few breweries coming. Like I said, it's hard to think about everyone.
I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. The guys from Tow Yard are a lot of fun too. Tony and Will. They were also in our fashion show. They'll be really loud and obnoxious, but in a fun way.
That's the kind of crowd we want.
Yeah.
That's the people we want there.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Anywhere they go, they just really bring the party for sure. And then, have you ever had any of Taxman's beer before?
No, I have not.
You haven't.
No.
You'll definitely have to make sure you stop by their booth during the event because they make some really, really killer stuff.
I want to go to everyone's beer, and taste them, all of them. But, it's kind of hard when you have people running up to you say, hey, what's going on with this and that, when you're trying to organize it all. The day of the event is going to be chaos. So I would like to go to all of them. And just
well, that's what you have to do. You have to go to all of them and then just be like, just figure it out. That's when you get your buzz and you're like, just work it out. It's fine. Everyone will have a good time. Well, it's a beer fest.
It's one of those things that it kind of just, like you said, it works out itself. When people get inside there, they know, hey, I'm just going to I got my cup. I'm going to go start drinking, listen to music, wait for the raffle. It kind of plays out itself, right?
The day of the event is definitely not as hard as leading up to the event. The day of the event, you might have a couple of questions here and there, but most of the time, the people that come have been to a festival before. All of those breweries know how to work a festival. They'll all figure it out. They're just there to drink beer and serve beer and have fun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, actually, when we were talking about our favorite beers that we had over the week, I had one from Taxman on Saturday. Yeah, it was called Beekeeper. It was a honey saison, and it was really good.
Pretty good?
Yeah, I've never had a beer from Taxman that I didn't like, and the people there are super nice. So, so do you guys have a website where people can find out more information?
Absolutely. You can go on indybeerbash.com.
Okay.
It spells just how it sounds. You can go to Facebook as well. It has Indy Beer Bash on Georgia Street or just Indy Beer Bash. You can get tickets that way. And then also Uber did a promotion with us as well that you can get up to a $20 Uber ride down to the event.
Oh,
And when you purchase your ticket, it'll have the code for you on the ticket, and then you can just enter it in the day of the event.
So it's like for anybody, not just first time Uber riders.
It might be just for first time Uber riders, but just anybody can do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's definitely less expensive than getting a DUI or something like that.
Absolutely.
So definitely be responsible with your transportation to and from any beer fest that you go to.
Absolutely.
So, okay, awesome. Well, I'm really excited to see how this event comes together. I love Georgia Street. Like, I went down there for the Super Bowl and stuff. I mean, that's an awesome place to have a festival. I'm like kind of surprised that they didn't have something already going on.
They are booked. I mean, the lady Valerie who runs it, she is busy. But the city of Indianapolis, what they did to it for the Super Bowl was amazing. I mean, it's really nice. I travel a lot to different cities, and I mean, it's a nice area. It's definitely coming up, I think, for the city of Indianapolis with all the hotels that have been built. The JW, they have a few more stuff going on. Then all the condos being built down there for, the younger crowd, the working class that are starting to move downtown. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a great place to have an event for sure. Downtown
has really come a long way since. I was a kid growing up here. I mean, you wouldn't ever really go downtown, and if you did, it was like kind of scary. But now it's really nice. It's really, really nice. I enjoy just going down there and walking around. I mean, the canal is super nice, and yeah, so that's really cool. So do you have a favorite? What's your favorite Indiana brewery? Is it Sun King? It's probably Sun King, isn't it?
Yeah, Sun King is the tow yard. I tell you what, tow yard is pretty nice because you sit outside there, and I'm a people watcher, so definitely they have a good spot there as well. Taxman, I've been down to Johnson's Barbecue in Burgersville, but I haven't made it over to Taxman. This seems like they're always busy.
Yeah,
and I hear they have a heck of a breakfast on Sundays.
Yeah, they do, and I haven't made it, but I've heard like nothing but amazing things about. Like, all of their food is so good. Like, amazing. Their macaroni and cheese. Oh my gosh. Now I'm getting really hungry.
That's what people say. Been to Masscraft. I like them. Super nice people. So yeah, it's just hard to go to all of them,
Yeah.
And I live down on the south side, so it's easier to hit the ones down there than it is up in the one in Purple or downtown even sometimes. So.
Okay. Yeah. So Tow Yard downtown. There's Fountain Square and Chili Water as well downtown.
Correct. We contacted them as well. Yes.
Okay.
Chili Water is really nice.
Chili Water is really nice. They have such good beer. They actually won the Indiana Brewers Cup last year. Byway Brewing won this year, which is amazing. But yeah, the Chili Water has really great food, and they always have good music and good beer, and the staff is really nice.
Isn't Fountain Square just growing up?
I know.
They have gotten so much stuff going on there.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then even just along the Monon as well, like Big Lug and Nora opened up not too long ago. That's really cool. They have an awesome beer garden in the back. Union Brewing Company on the Monon. There's, anywhere along the Monon, and then Broad Ripple is really starting to...
I read an article how Indiana is one of the fastest growing states for breweries.
Yeah, I would...
It's growing fast.
I believe that. We are always, being informed of another brewery about to open up or whatever, which is fantastic for me because I love to drink beer. So I'm pretty thrilled about that.
It's good for the economy too. You know?
It is.
And you get all these young crowd getting into it. Trying new beers. It's not just Bud Light and Coors Light anymore. They're actually wanting to try different kind of beers, and it's fun. Yeah,
and I love the small batch breweries because they get so experimental with some things. Like, I was talking about Union just a few minutes ago, and they had a cinnamon roll, Cinnarrolla. It's like Ayatollah Rock and Rolla, but it's got cinnamon rolla Ayatollah Rock and Rolla or something like that. Anyway, they put actual cinnamon rolls in their beer, and they have a pumpkin pie beer where they put actual pumpkin pie in, and then they brewed one with rose petals. So I don't know, this
trying different things.
Yeah, it's because they can do that because they make the small batch stuff. So if it gets messed up, it's not as devastating for a place like Sun King where they make a huge vat of it, and it's well, there goes hundreds of dollars down the drain, literally. So
the brewmaster for the Ram, his name is Sean, and I talked to him, and I was like, buddy, he goes, so do you want a certain type of beer? I said, just brew something that's fun. And so he's just gonna brew up some stuff that I don't know if he's ever made it before. Even people.
Those guys are
tried.
so much fun.
They are.
They are so much fun, and I feel bad for them because they get overlooked as an Indiana brewery because they're like a part of a corporation.
Yeah.
But I mean, they brew their beer on site, and the water and the ingredients that they use at the Ram downtown is different than maybe what a different brewery, different Ram would use in a different city or state. And then their seasonals, like he makes those himself. Like he comes up with those recipes himself. So I've talked to him several times about coming to events and even being on the podcast because, you know, there are a lot of those breweries that are part of like a bigger chain that don't get the recognition as Indiana breweries.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Rock Bottom's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told him, I said, just brew up pretty much what you want, you know?
Yeah.
So we just want different stuff to be there, you know, not the same old, you know?
So they're like brewing special batches for you.
Oh, absolutely.
That's really cool.
So we are really excited about this event.
Yeah. That's amazing, especially to have breweries that big brew like a special batch. Do you know of any other breweries that are brewing like special batches for the event?
I think quite a few of them are actually, because I just kind of tell them, you know, I don't really care what you bring. I just want something different that, you know, people aren't drinking on a daily basis, you know, because people want to try new things. Mm-hmm. But there'll be, you know, I hope Sun King does bring WeMac because I'm partial to it. You know,
yeah.
So, but I mean, there'll be some stuff there that people know because people like to stick, you know, with what they know sometimes. So if there's beer there that, let's just say there's 50 beers that's there that they don't like, they still have 20 to choose from to drink for the 4 or 5 hours or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, yeah, I didn't realize that you guys were having specialty batches made. That's really cool. So speaking of like places downtown, you know, we were talking about Tow Yard and Fountain Square. Have you ever been to the Coal Ship before?
I have not.
It's like kind of off of like Fall Creek Parkway. Have you heard of Central State Brewing before?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so they own the Coal Ship.
Okay.
So Central State Brewing, they do contract brewing out of Black Acre, and so they don't have a brewery of their own per se. So they opened up the Coal Ship to be like their tap room, but they don't only have Central State beer there. They have beer from, you know, Big Lug and Three Floyds, and they have stuff from New Day Meadery, and they have a really, really unique beer selection of beers that you probably wouldn't be able to find anywhere else, really. And they got named one of the top 100 beer bars in the U.S. by Draft Magazine.
Oh, wow.
Are you familiar with Draft Magazine?
Yes, I am. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, but it's strange when you go in there. You walk in and it's really small, and you kind of look around and you're like, is this new? Are they done like setting up the space? Because it's very simple, and like there's no art on the wall. There's no TV. There's no kind of distractions, and they meant for it to be that way because they want people to be able to like, it encourages people to engage in conversation rather than just like being distracted by everything else that's going on. So that's one of the reasons they got voted as being one of the top 100. But they've only been open for they haven't even been open for a year yet.
Wow.
Which is incredible.
Yeah,
for
I'm
them
going to
to
go check them out for sure.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, they're open every day. They open at 11. They don't serve food, but it's right next to Goose the Market.
Okay.
So you can go get food at Goose the Market and like bring it over and eat food over there. But yeah, they have beer, cider, wine, and then they serve Dark Matter coffee. Have you heard of Dark Matter?
I have heard of it. I have not tried it yet, though.
Okay, yeah. So Dark Matter by itself has this huge like cult following of people that think it's the best coffee ever. I know at Dark Lore Day up in Three Floyds, they always serve Dark Matter coffee at Dark Lore Day, and a lot of they do a lot of collaborations with breweries as far as like coffee stouts and things like that. So yeah, you should go check them out.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go check them out. And I think social media kind of ruins a lot of people's, you know, interaction with with each other, you know?
Yeah.
So that's very cool that they have no TVs in there and you just...
Yeah. No, and it's funny that you say that because I was actually just thinking about this the other day. Like, I had my high school reunion, like my 10-year, like a couple... Well, it was like actually my 11 and a half year because we were too lazy to put together a 10-year. We had a 5-year, which was stupid. But anyway, it's like with social media, there's like really no point in having those things anymore because you can, like everyone that I really care to follow and find out what's going on with, I follow them on social media. And the people that I really don't care to see them or talk to them.
If you don't talk to them on a daily basis,
Yeah.
So there's some people that you're like, oh, how are things going,
Yeah.
that you used to hang out with, and then family, friends, jobs, kids get in the way, so you don't keep in connection with them as much. So it's kind of nice to see them in person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you 100%. It's just like...
I already know what's going on with you because I see everything you do on Facebook.
Isn't it amazing what people put on there?
I know. Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. I feel embarrassed for some people. I'm like, really? You're gonna put that on Facebook?
I don't put anything on there except for the Indy Beer Bash.
Yeah. Well, you've got it. A little self promotion never hurts, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So let's go ahead and talk about some other beer news. We talked about the Coal Ship being voted one of the top 100 beer bars in the U.S. Zionsville Books and Brews just opened up. Have you ever been to Books and Brews?
I have not, but I have contacted them.
Okay.
So the concept of it, yeah.
Represent.
Exactly. The concept, it sounds pretty cool, right?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So where exactly is it in Zionsville?
Well, it's in Boone Village. So right off of, what is that? It's like Ford Road. There's like a marsh and like an Asian food restaurant and a nail place. And it's in this like little strip mall. But yeah, the original Books and Brews is over off of 96th Street and 69. And that's where they actually brew all their beer. And then the tap room just opened like a week ago in Zionsville. So yeah, I mean, it's they just opened, and it's a really cool place. They've got used books, wine, beer, and at this location they actually serve spirits. The other location they don't, and it's family friendly, so it's cool. They have live music, trivia, open mic, specials, things like that. And Jason, the owner, is really adamant about it having the same feel as the actual brewery over on the northeast side of Indianapolis. It's very like welcoming and friendly, and you can pretty much just leave your stuff out on a table and walk away and not have to worry about anything.
Right.
Everyone's there. Everyone there is a regular, and everyone feels like they're a regular because the staff treats you so good. And so it's a really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool place. But you live on the south side, so
I'm out probably 5 minutes from Masscraft.
okay.
Probably 10 to 15 minutes from Taxman.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 10 to 15 minutes from Fountain Square.
Okay.
So,
Well, yeah, it's not close to you.
no, but if I'm out one day and have
Yeah.
nothing better to do, I'm always open to trying out new things.
Mm-hmm.
I like I said, I like to travel and go to different cities just to see what's going on in the city. So
Yeah.
beer's kind of the same way. You go to these breweries and you like to see what's going on in the inside of it, what they have to offer. Yeah, so it's definitely something I'm going to check out.
Well, I'll be working at Books and Brews on Friday from 5 to close, so come see me.
Oh, awesome. I actually don't have any plans this weekend, so I might do that.
Yeah, you should. Okay, so let's talk about upcoming events. So we obviously already talked about the Indy Beer Bash, August 13th, and it starts at 1 o'clock is VIP?
1 o'clock, yep.
Okay, and then 2 o'clock is general admission. It goes to 5.
We like for VIP to start showing up anytime you want, but around 12:30 start lining up. So for the 1 o'clock, so we have a limited amount of tickets, but we are going to start checking IDs, getting them tagged, getting their glasses to them as soon as possible. Because as soon as 1 o'clock hits, we want them inside enjoying themselves, having a good time.
So the tickets, are they through Eventbrite or?
They are through Ticket Exchange.
Okay, so can somebody bring up a ticket like on their phone and show it to you, or do they have to have it printed out?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
You have to do it through your phone. And all you do is just click on tickets on our webpage or through Facebook, and then take it to Ticket Exchange and just fill out the information, and then the Uber code will come up as well. So yeah. And then the radio station, either 99.5 or X103, they will be giving out free prizes as well.
Okay, so there's going to be a radio station there.
Yeah, we haven't exactly decided which one to go with. We were going to make that decision this evening, tomorrow morning, and then whichever one we feel might be for the best fit for the event that's going on as far as their listeners go and stuff like that.
All right. Okay, so then also coming up, there is the beer review at Three Rivers Festival in Fort Wayne. Have you ever been up to the Three Rivers Festival?
I have not been up there. I had family that grew up in Fort Wayne, and my brother actually worked up there 2 years ago in Fort Wayne at one of the hospitals there.
Oh, okay.
So we went up there quite a bit to visit with him, but no, I haven't been to that yet.
Yeah, I lived up there from 6th grade through senior year of high school, and we would always go to Three Rivers Festival, and it was always so much fun. But like this, just talking about how much the Indiana beer scene has expanded in the past, few years, they never had anything like the brew review at Three Rivers Festival. It was always just like, macro brews like Bud Light, Coors Light, that you could drink. It wasn't, there was no Mad Anthony up there. There was no Trouble Brewing or Bird Boy or any of that stuff up there. It was all just,
So it's starting to grow quite a bit then?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then Fort Wayne has got a lot of really good breweries up there. If you're ever up there, Summit is an awesome brewery. They always have 20 of their own beers on tap and then 20 guest taps as well. So 40
beers.
Yeah. So,
awesome.
And they have really good food. They have a peanut butter and jelly hot dog, which I'm not real sure.
It sounds a little different, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, different is not always bad.
No, it's not, but peanut butter jelly hot dog. You got to kind of go out of
your comfort zone a bit to try and have one of those for sure.
So did you try it?
No, I don't eat hot dogs. I eat I don't know. I'm weird about hot dogs. Ugh.
I don't eat hot dogs either.
Yeah.
I like brats.
I have to eat veggie brats and veggie dogs. I'm not a vegetarian, but I used to be, and there are certain things that I just can't bring myself to do in hot dogs.
So what made you change your?
I was just like, that's what animals are here for.
It was like a steak sounds good.
Yeah, my boyfriend at the time was eating a cheeseburger from Wendy's, and I was like, I really want one of those. It's like, you won't eat it. And I was like, yeah, I will. And I was like,
well, you hungover? It's good hangover food.
No, I was in high school. I wasn't. Okay. No.
Doesn't mean you couldn't have been hungover.
Oh, I wasn't. I wasn't a party animal like you, Dan. I was in marching band. So then also we've got pretty close to year as well, maybe a month out. Whitestown Brew Fest is coming up, held in Whitestown, obviously, at the municipal complex. So we are working in conjunction with the Whitestown Parks and Recreation Department to put on this festival. There's going to be over 30 breweries there, and then there's going to be a homebrew competition, which we're really excited about. Cool. The homebrew competition went over really well last year. It's sponsored by Great Fermentation, so we're hoping to have between 12 and 15 homebrewers this year, and the crowd gets to vote on their favorite homebrew, and then that brewery takes home like a big ass trophy and like a gift card to Great Fermentations.
Sounds pretty neat.
Yeah,
fun.
It's gonna be fun. There's gonna be, the VIP entry starts at 1, and then general admission is 2, and it goes until 5 o'clock. And then there's gonna be live music by Skeeter McGee, which I've never heard him play before, but I've heard like really good things about him and the band because they play a lot of like really good, awesome, like fun cover music, cover songs. So
our next event is hopefully maybe down in Bloomington in October, and we're thinking about hiring Mike and Joe.
Okay.
So we'll be excited about that.
So are you guys doing more? You guys are trying to do more than just the one festival, or are you guys trying to do like multiple ones? Or
we're going to wait and see. I mean, we want to do more. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When you do a job that you're passionate about and that you like to do on a daily basis, I mean, you just want to do it more and more and more. Mm-hmm. So probably what you're doing now.
Yeah. It's hard for me to sleep at night sometimes because I'm like, oh, I have this idea and I really want to get this done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many people have jobs like that?
Not a lot.
You know? So, but I mean, to throw parties, to throw beer bashes, you know, that's a pretty neat concept, I think.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, and as you get a little bit older, you know, 40, 50 years old, you're not that much into it. But for the 21 to 35-year-olds to, you know, singles to no kids, whatever. I mean, that's all you want to do. When I was a young kid, that's all I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. You know, and so, but back when I was younger, you didn't have that kind of stuff to go to. It wasn't as big as it is now.
Yeah.
So you'd go and spend all your money at a bar, you know, and you'd pay cover charge to get in. And then before you knew it, your bill was $100. You know, so, but here you can go spend $40, $50 if you want VIP, drink all the beer you want, listen to entertainment, and have a great time and meet new people.
Yeah, and get to try beer that you haven't had before.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, I know the breweries really like that to try and get people to try their beer. I mean, even now people find these breweries that they really, really like whether it be Sun King or Scarlet Lane or whatever, and then they find that brewery and they're like, well, I really like this. I don't really want to go try anything different because I like what they have, but these festivals are a good way to get people to kind of go, outside of their box and try some new beer. So
the Indianapolis Indians has a beer. It's kind of like WeMax somewhat, but it's a
the Indians lager.
Yes, and I like that a lot too as well. Yeah,
yeah. Man, you are a real Sun King nerd, aren't you? No, I'm saying that in a good way, not in a bad way.
Well, and all the other breweries, I know that they have great beer. It's just I have a 15-year-old son. I have a 15-month-old baby. So just
wow, talk about a age gap.
We could do a whole nother segment on that. But just getting out and trying all the new breweries that's coming out, it's just hard. So, but I mean, I hope to live for a lot longer and get to say I've been to a majority of them in the state of Indiana.
There we go. Well, you should join the Tasting Society Marketplace, and then you can have a good initiative to go and visit all of them.
Like I said, I didn't know about that, but I'll definitely promote it for you guys.
Yeah, we should do that. And then, so another event that's coming up that's pretty cool is the District Brew Fest, and it's on August 20th in Carmel in Quartertown. It's like where the warehouse is in Carmel, and the warehouse is a music venue that they have down there, and Lou Gramm is going to be playing. Do you know who Lou Gramm is?
I do not. No. Is he?
He is the voice of Foreigner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
very cool.
He's going to be singing some classic rock. Pretty awesome. And it benefits Chassie's Place, which is a really awesome charity that they're really passionate about. And so they're going to have, I think, like 15 breweries there, and then wine as well. And people can purchase like wine only tickets if they want to. So like people that don't like beer. So like say me and my husband go and I love beer and he doesn't, which he does. But say he only liked wine. If I bought a general admission ticket, he could buy a wine only ticket and just drink wine, which you don't have a lot of events like that. It's usually
it's funny you say that because we actually are having Vino, the wine truck.
Oh.
So they will be there as well.
Oh, cool.
But
can you do samples, or is it like you just get it? You can buy like a quote glass.
You buy a glass of wine. So we didn't want mostly guys. There are a lot of women out there as well that like beer. But if the guy's like, oh, I'm gonna go to this, and she's like, well, I only drink wine, so we decided to have the Vino wine truck there. Mm-hmm. But I had asked her to make sure she doesn't make the prices too high because people are already paying an amount of money to come in and have fun and drink beer and stuff like that. So she agreed to keep the prices pretty low, and so for those who want glasses of wine.
Okay, that's awesome. That's good to know because there are a lot of festivals out there that people don't go to because they want to go with somebody, but that other person doesn't like beer for some weird reason. But yeah. So the VIP tickets for this event though are like $135.
Oh wow!
But you get the concert and you get a personal meet and greet with Lou Gramm, which is cool.
Oh yeah.
And then you get in early as well. And the GA tickets are $55. Again, more than what you would pay at a typical beer festival, but again, you get the concert. So, that's a plus.
The charity part of it, I think, is awesome. If we are able to get this up and going, like we have high hopes to do, I'm very pro veterans, very pro police, very pro first responders. So we would definitely like to set up a program to start donating back to them as well.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Any kind of event that is tied to a charity, I know breweries are always like more apt to participate if there's like a charitable thing, but it is hard, like sometimes depending on the length of time that you have to plan the event, like finding, trying to get that all together, because it's not like, I just want to throw money at you. It's like, there's all of these procedures that you have to go through and everything.
People don't realize the process for it.
I know. It's like you can't just be like, here's the money.
There's so much into it for sure.
Yeah.
The planning, you want to make sure you have a good concept to get people to want to go and have fun. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's definitely a lot into it that people just don't realize.
Yeah, that's for sure. And even with festivals in general, it's like they're all fun and stuff, but it's a lot of work to put those things together.
Oh, Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
My brother was actually on the Iris Festival
Oh, really?
committee.
Oh, okay. Well, you've got a leg up then on some people because he kind of has a little bit of experience, right?
He does. Oh, yeah. He's an intelligent guy. But so he's giving us a few pointers on some stuff. But yeah, I mean, they plan all year round for the one event. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot into it.
Yeah. It's this big sacrifice to make for all of you people going out and having fun. Someone's got to do it, though. Someone's got to lay it on the line for all these people. And it's got to be us. It's unfortunate, but
right.
like I said, someone's got to do it.
It's a tough job.
I know. As you're sitting there drinking your beer.
This is very cool, by the way.
Yeah, isn't this an awesome studio?
Yeah.
We're real fortunate to be able to podcast here for sure. We love you, Brad.
The bottoms up is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It blows my mind every time I see it. I'm like, how does that happen?
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, they have you can fill growlers and all kinds of stuff with it. It's crazy. You can do like wine and stuff. It's weird. Can't you do coffee too? You can do coffee. You can do coffee on that. Anything. Any beverage.
The sky's the limit.
I know. Man, I really wish I would have come up with that concept.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try to market it for the guy. Not that he doesn't have any problems marketing it by no means.
Oh, no.
I want one from my backyard, though.
Yeah, you should. You should get one of those recliners with it in the arm. You know, and they never have to get up.
Yeah, but as I get older, I gain weight fast.
Oh,
so I need a reason to get up.
Amen. Amen to that. Hey, well, thanks for coming on with us, Dan.
Absolutely.
We were glad to have you. Thanks for chatting about the Indy Beer Bash with us on August 13th. VIP entry at 1, general admission at 2 o'clock. And tickets are still online at indybeerbash.com.
Correct.
And yeah, I'm hoping to be there. So
I hope you are.
Yeah, I hope to be there for sure.
I want you to be there.
All right.
I want everyone in the city of Indianapolis to be there.
Come out. Come hang out with us.
Yeah, exactly.
We're fun. We're hip. We're cool.
Oh, man. It's going to be a blast.
All right. Well, we will see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you so much.